Speaker Shepard, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to go back to the sovereign immunity issue, and actually, since this issue has just come up with this document we were just provided, and I'm not even sure that, to be quite honest, I'm not sure how much the gentleman in front of us, I'm not sure that this was intentional or unintentional on this point, but the question I have is, to follow up on Senator Dismayne, I think we need to know who asked for that change. It's obviously a change to the standard terms of the services agreement, and somebody asked for it, and then secondly, who inputted it to this, because that would also help to tell us who asked for that. And the reason why I say I'm not sure if anybody here intentionally or unintentionally knew about this is that does not benefit the state of Arkansas, nor does it really benefit the Board of Corrections, because it's not an affirmative statement that everybody agrees sovereign immunity doesn't apply. It looks pretty innocuous on its face, if applicable. But what it appears to be setting up is the ability for the attorney, if he's not paid, to not only, right now with sovereign immunity in place, you would come through the Claims Commission, and that comes back to the legislature. But if somehow sovereign immunity didn't apply, which it should apply, I think the Supreme Court has been very broad in the application of sovereign immunity. But this appears to be just kind of a caveat here to say, well, we don't want anything in writing to say where either side has affirmatively confirmed sovereign immunity. So guess what? If the attorney doesn't get paid, it would appear that he can go into court and sue the Board of Corrections or whoever to attempt to receive payment. And what he's concerned, and who knows, that goes back to my questions why we need to know that, because those provisions don't benefit the state. They don't even benefit the Board of Corrections, and it further illustrates, to get back to the original questions about who all was consulted, because I would imagine there are plenty of attorneys in the state of Arkansas that would have never asked for that provision, that they would have understood that to deal with the state of Arkansas, that sovereign immunity applies. And so I would like for those questions to be answered, because I think that it's very important, related not just to whether we review this contract, but just in terms of going forward, because again, I don't see that this is beneficial to anybody that's sitting in this room today. And so that's what I would ask. Who asked for it? Who made that change? And I think that that's something that would be very important for us to be able to understand. I'd also like to know, I guess, from the standpoint of, did anybody at the department or the board review this? I mean, this is a contract with an attorney. So that attorney can't advise the board about a contract with themselves, right? So were there attorneys at the board or at the department that were engaged in reviewing this on behalf of the board?
I can say I do not believe our board compliance attorney did it, or I don't know if Mr. Hodge that was up the table a while ago did it. I can't tell you who filled the form out. We will find out who put that in there and get back to the Chairman Flippo and Mr.